Welcome back to Auto Tune-Up, where we dig deep into the cars that make our hearts race and our imaginations run wild. Today, we're taking a full, uninterrupted journey around the 2026 Maserati Levante, a machine that doesn't just promise luxury and performance, but delivers them with a distinctly Italian twist. If you've ever wondered what it's like to combine the practicality of a luxury SUV with the romance and power of a Maserati, you're in the right place. Buckle up, because this isn't a 5-minute overview, this is a deep dive. Let's start with the first thing you notice when this car appears in your rear view mirror: the front fascia. Maserati has always understood that first impressions matter, and the Levante's face commands respect. The trident emblem sits proudly in the center of the vertical slat grille, its chrome glinting like jewelry. Flanking it are the LED matrix headlights, slim but menacing, with daytime running lights that trace a sharp, assertive signature. The sculpted hood features two creases that pull your eyes back toward the windscreen, subtly hinting at the power plant that lies beneath. Below the grille, a wide lower intake is flanked by air curtains that channel wind cleanly around the wheels, reducing turbulence and improving stability at high speeds. It's a front end that says, "I'm elegant, but I can also ruin your day at a stoplight." Moving along to the side, the Levante's proportions are athletic without being overbearing. The roofline gently slopes toward the rear, and the shoulder line runs from the headlight all the way to the tailgate, giving a sense of motion even when parked. The signature triple side vents sit just behind the front wheel arches, a design cue that has adorned Maseratis for decades. The arches themselves house wheels ranging from 20 inches on base models to 22 inches on the Trofeo, with designs that range from classic multi-spoke elegance to aggressive twin 5-spoke sport styles. Brakes are substantial, with large drilled rotors and painted calipers red, blue, or black, depending on trim and buyer preference. The mirrors are sculpted to reduce drag, and the chrome window trim offers just enough sparkle to contrast with deep paint colors like blue Emozian or Nero Ribelle. Swinging around to the back, the Levante maintains that balance of style and function. Slim LED taillights stretch toward the center, their internal lighting elements forming a sharp, modern pattern. A subtle lip spoiler integrated into the tailgate provides a hint of downforce while giving the rear a sportier look. The bumper is designed with an integrated diffuser, not just for show but for improved airflow management. Depending on the trim, you'll see either dual or quad exhaust outlets, each one a real, functioning pipe, not the fake decorative stuff some competitors use. Fire the engine and those pipes emit a note that's pure Maserati, deep, resonant, and tinged with a metallic rasp when you push it. Now, step inside. The Levante's cabin is where Maserati reminds you that performance is only part of the experience, luxury is the other half. The seats are sculpted to hold you securely in place during spirited driving but are plush enough for hours-long road trips. Leather upholstery is standard, but buyers can opt for Pinofiore natural leather, silk inserts from Ermenegildo's Egna, or even carbon fiber trim for a sportier vibe. The dashboard flows elegantly from door to door, with a 12.3-inch central infotainment screen running Maserati Intelligent Assistant, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and built-in Amazon Alexa. Below it, physical climate controls remain thankfully, so you don't have to dig through menus to change the temperature. The steering wheel is perfectly sized, with thumb grips in all the right places and aluminum paddle shifters mounted to the column rather than the wheel itself, so they stay in position during turns. The instrument cluster combines analog-style dials with a customizable digital display, giving you everything from navigation maps to performance telemetry. The audio system, courtesy of either Harman Kardon or an optional Bowers Wilkins 17-speaker setup, turns the cabin into a concert hall when you want it, and a cocoon of silence when you don't. Under the hood, Maserati offers multiple flavors of performance. The Entry GT Hybrid pairs a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with a 48-volt mild hybrid system for a balance of efficiency and punch, producing around 330 horsepower. The Modena trim brings a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 with closer to 430 horsepower, while the Trofeo steals the show with a Ferrari-derived 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 pushing over 570 horsepower. Power is sent to all four wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission, with torque distribution varying depending on the selected drive mode. In sport or caution modes, more power is biased toward the rear wheels for a more dynamic feel. Acceleration is brisk in every version, but the Trofeo is a genuine rocket at 0 to 100 km/h in under 4 seconds, and a top speed approaching 300 km/h. That's supercar territory in an SUV body. The air suspension system automatically adjusts ride height depending on speed and mode, lowering at highway pace for stability and raising for rougher terrain or snow. Adaptive dampers ensure that comfort mode remains plush, while sportier settings tighten things up for sharper cornering. On the road, the Levante feels surprisingly nimble for its size, with well-weighted steering and minimal body roll. In urban settings, the powertrain is smooth and unobtrusive, the gearbox shifting seamlessly. On open highways, the engine's low-end torque makes overtaking effortless, and on twisty back roads, the combination of all-wheel drive, chassis tuning, and grippy tires lets you push harder than you'd expect from something with this much cargo space. Speaking of space, practicality hasn't been ignored. The rear seats are roomy enough for adults, and the cargo area offers over 20 cubic feet of storage, expandable when you fold the rear seats. There are multiple USB ports, wireless charging, and thoughtful storage cubbies, so the Levante is just as prepared for family road trips as it is for solo blasts down the coast. Pricing for the 2026 model starts around $147,600 for the GT Hybrid, jumps to around $200,000 for the Modena, and peaks near $304,600 for the Trofeo. That's firmly in the luxury SUV segment, competing with the likes of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Aston Martin DBX, and Range Rover Sport SV. But while those vehicles each have their merits, the Levante stands out with its unique blend of style, exclusivity, and unmistakable Italian soul. Owners often talk about the emotional side of Levante ownership. The way the exhaust note changes character depending on throttle input, the way the interior feels more like a luxury lounge than a cabin, and the fact that you simply don't see one on every corner all contribute to the sense that you're driving something special. Maintenance costs can be higher than average, but for many, that's a small price to pay for the experience. As the sun sets behind the horizon and the Levante's LED signature glows in the twilight, it's clear this isn't just another premium SUV, it's a statement, a rolling piece of art that can also haul your groceries, tackle a snowstorm, or blitz down the Autobahn. Maserati has built a vehicle that's as much about emotion as it is about engineering, and in a world where many luxury SUVs feel interchangeable, that's worth celebrating. That's our deep dive into the 2026 Maserati Levante. If this review revved your interest, make sure to tap that like button, subscribe to Auto Tune-Up for more in-depth looks at the world's most fascinating cars, and let us know in the comments which performance SUV you think we should pit against the Levante in our next head-to-head. Until then, keep your tires warm, your revs high, and your passion for driving alive.